Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's me again, Chelsea, and another video is here. Today we're going to do 5 intimidating books. I don't know why 5 seems to be like my lucky number, but it is. I feel like it's like enough time for me to talk about things in depth, but not too long that you get bored. I could be wrong, let me know in the comments. But anyways, like I said, today, intimidating books. I've got 5, and I think 4 of them have got like, maybe not cult followings, but 4 of them are definitely like well known. If not, 3 of them are 100% well known, and 2 of them might be a little bit more off kilter. I don't know. Let me know down below if you've heard of these. The first one that I find intimidating is The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. So I have not started this series yet. It's not that big. How many pages is this book? It's not horrific. It is, or my edition of it is 662 pages long, so not ridiculous, right? It's under 800 pages, it's definitely well under 1,000, it's not that chunky. However, the same goes for another 3 in this video. It is like such an OG fantasy book, like old school fantasy. Most people got into fantasy through like this book or some of the others in this stack, and it's just a little bit intimidating. So for me, it's not the size of this book, it's the whole like fandom around it, and I don't think anyone would give me hate if I don't like it. Maybe as a joke, but I don't think that I would like directly get any hate. But it is a bit scary, like just the idea that I don't like something that loads of other people like. But I've got this, I've got the sequel, and I've got the novella as well. So when I do read it, I could just binge the whole thing. I could read one a month. I'm not too sure. It's also intimidating because the series isn't actually finished yet. And I feel like, what if I do love it and then we don't get the 3rd and final book? And then there's the other thought as a collector of, what if I do love it and the 3rd book comes out and they change the covers and then I have to get all new covers and then it's all very expensive. Do you see where I'm going with this? Minor meltdown moment, yes. But that's why this is intimidating. Not the size necessarily, just everything else. And then from there, we go to another well-known book, which is a lot chunkier, and that is Wheel of Time. So this is the first book in the series. I actually bought this myself when I was staying at my last job because I had nothing to read, and started it and then didn't continue it. I really didn't get that far into it, if I'm honest. But again, this is like OG fantasy. Most people like got into it through this, or they've read the whole series. This is also an intimidating book because there's like so many books in this series. Like, I don't even know how many. Jesus, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's 14. But 3 of those books have got Brandon Sanderson in as well. Do they count? Let me know, because I don't really know. But that's like 14 books. And they're not small either. This book is, well, this edition is wow, that's the glossary. I don't need that much. How much of it is the actual writing? Okay. A little bit less scary. 771. So it's like an extra 100 pages on Name of the Wind. But it looks so much bigger. And for me, like I said, that it's, again, like how much people love this book. But for this one specifically, is that there are 14 books in this series. 14! I don't think I've ever read a series that long. And this bit, like, they're not little books. So yeah, this is why this intimidates me greatly. Page count. Series length. Great, right? And then from there, we go to this one, which isn't as scary. It's only a trilogy. This is The Shadow of What Was Lost by James Islington. I don't think this is that many pages. No, it's under 700 pages. I don't even know where it stops. There you go, 693. So it's under 700 pages. It's a nice floppy book, so I'm looking forward to reading it for that purpose. But it's a chunker. I don't really think this is as big of a... I I think this is still quite big. Like, I know the Broken Binding are doing a special edition of this for their subscription, which I've joined the waitlist for. Very unlikely that I'm going to get it for this series, but I've joined the waitlist. We'll see what happens. But like, fans of Robert Jordan and Brandon Sanderson, so if I read this first and don't like it, then I might not like Wheel of Time and vice versa, and it's just a lot of stress. But I think I am going to like it. I don't know. I found this in a charity shop, the first and the second book, and that's why I bought it, because they only cost me like £2 or £3. I was like, that's fine. Completely fine. But anyways, yeah, I'm going to stop babbling about this one. Oh, but it's quite intimidating, to be fair. And then from there we go to Legacy of Vash, which might be a little bit lesser known. I'm not too sure. I know Matthew Ward is he's getting bigger, but this was his debut book, and I think it came out last year. This was one of the very first books I ever actually won in a Twitter competition. Like, it's signed. How cool is that? But this book, I'm just comparing page size, it's 768, but they look so big. But for this, I think it's because the whole trilogy is quite chunky. They're all at least this big, I think, if not bigger. And that terrifies me a lot as well. I don't really know. It's a lot of scariness. But yeah, like, I think this is going to be good. But scary. So yeah, there's that one. And then the final 5th book is obviously The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. So this isn't even like that big. This is less than 700 pages, which is nothing compared to some of the other books in this pile. However, this is intimidating because, one, there are 3 books in this trilogy, and then it goes on to another 3 books, and there's a whole era of books, and they're quite big, and I think they get bigger, and I just don't know. I just don't know. Again, well known, well beloved within the community, so I think that's another reason I'm a little bit iffy about it, because obviously it is so well known and so well beloved, and that's a little bit scary, because again, if I don't like it, then that's a lot of people that I disagree with. I like disagreeing. But yeah, I don't know, like, it's just a little bit. There's not a lot riding on it, but in my head it feels like there's a lot riding on it, you know? So when you put this stack together, it's massive. There's like not far off 4,000 pages in this stack, which is a little bit traumatic, I think. And I don't know when I'm ever going to get to any of these books, because I keep putting them off for the fact that they're chunky. And I think it is because they're chunky that I keep putting them off. But at the same time, like, for example, Brandon Sanderson, it's a dedication. Same as, I'm going to put these down because they're actually a little bit heavy. Same as the Wheel of Time books. It's a dedication. It's a series. You've got to read a lot of things to complete it. And it's just a little bit scary to give it that much time of your life. Bearing in mind, I'm not like the fastest reader either, and currently it's summer, and I don't feel like I would want to read chunky books right now, especially in the heat that I'm currently in, because I don't want to hold the book. I know audiobooks are brilliant, I listen to a lot of them, I know ebooks are brilliant, they're a lot lighter to hold. However, I think I'd rather read these physically because I own them physically, but I don't know, they're all a little bit intimidating and scary, and but I will get to them one day. That is my plan. I know I should do. These are all fantasy as well, so there is no other books apparently in here that I find intimidating. There are so many books in this room that I find intimidating. I just wanted to cut it down to 5, and most of them are well known, so that makes them even more intimidating because a lot of people love them and enjoy them. It is what it is. But anyways, that's everything for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, or supports me on my channel. Leave me a comment down below of a book that you find intimidating. If you just want to leave me an emoji, leave me like a emoji, because that's how I kind of feel a little bit. And if you want to see more of me, see more of the content that I'm pumping out this month, because I am producing a lot, apparently. Please consider subscribing down below and ringing that notification bell to get notified every single time I upload new videos. I'm currently uploading a video every day in the month of August, so make sure you stick around for that. There will be the playlist link down below so you can check out what content has already been uploaded. Make sure you look at that and stick around if you like what you see to see what else comes out this month. But otherwise, that is everything for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you are having a great day, and I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye.